Hi there, today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite cultured beverages, and that's called milk kefir. I'm going to talk about some of the benefits of it and how to make it and how to store it and care for it. So I'm basically going to start by working backwards. I have already put my kefir grains in my milk, and it has turned, the kefir grains have turned my milk into milk kefir. As you can see, like when you tip the bottle, it looks solid in there. That's what you're looking for. When it starts to separate a lot at the bottom and you have a lot of whey down here, it typically means that you need to give your kefir grains more milk because they're breaking the lactose down too fast, and they need more food. That's what they eat. So this is ready for me to put through the strainer so I can separate the grains out of the milk kefir. I use a metal strainer because it works very well, and the kefir grains won't be sitting in it for too long. Kefir doesn't like metal, so you don't want to have it in contact with it very much, but I have found that for this, it doesn't seem to affect my kefir grains. They seem to be just fine when I do it. So we're going to take this and see how thick that is. It's a little thicker at the top because I used raw milk for it, and so all of the cream rose to the top, so it's a little thicker there. But anyways, I pour some in, and I have learned tapping actually works really well. I prefer milk kefir made out of cow's milk just because it's so thick and creamy. My daughter prefers goat milk kefir, so we actually do both. We have goats here on our homestead, and we also have a herd share where we get 2 gallons of cow milk every couple weeks, and I really like to make kefir out of that. I have been keeping my kefir out of the refrigerator, and I just keep making small batches of it. This was a pretty big one because I got my herd share and I wanted to make a lot of cow milk kefir, but we regularly have goat milk, so I've been making just small batches of goat milk kefir, and my kefir grains are very happy. When they've been stored in the refrigerator for a while, they start to slow down. Okay. So I'm going to show you what the grains look like. Do it without making a big mess here. There's what they look like up close. If you, like, I'll kind of look at them and see, like, do they have like sticky threads coming off of them? That's a really good sign that you have happy, healthy kefir grains. Okay. Set you here. This is what our milk kefir looks like without the grains in it. And got grains on my fingers. I don't want to waste you. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay. So now I'm just gonna pour my milk kefir in my containers. Sometimes I will take and I will stick blend this and add like a little bit of vanilla to it, and that makes it very palatable to just drink on its own, especially the cow kefir. Goat kefir gets a little more sour. I don't think it tastes as good. It's more runny. Doesn't get as thick as the cow kefir. So when I have a nice batch of cow kefir, I'll take and add about 1 teaspoon of vanilla to this, and then take my stick blender and blend it up, and I'll just go like pour myself a cup of it and drink it. Otherwise, I typically, I have a smoothie every morning this is my smoothie today. I'll typically add about a cup of kefir to my smoothie every single morning, and it makes me feel awesome. I love it. Let me get back to this, and then I'll share some of the reasons why our family really likes milk kefir. So I have these in my containers. We have a lot of different dairy cultures in our refrigerator. We've got several different kinds of yogurt that we make, and we have goat kefir and we have cow milk kefir. So anyway, we have to label our jars or we don't know what's in the container with white stuff. So, just gonna label this. One thing I did not do with this batch that I always like to do is I like to test it and see how it turned out. So, I'm actually gonna do that before I put it away. This batch right here cultured for 36 hours. That's about what I have to let it go for when it's colder out. And we are in fall season here, and our house is about 64, 65 degrees right now. This batch turned out really, really good. I could just eat this with a spoon, to be honest. But I'm gonna put it in my refrigerator, save it for later. Now we are going to start a fresh batch of kefir. So I'm gonna take these grains. I don't rinse them off at all. Kefir doesn't like water, so try to avoid water. Never store your kefir grains in water. If you do store your kefir grains in the refrigerator, store them in milk, and they will keep for a couple weeks at least. I'll put them in there for 2 weeks in some milk, and I'll pull them out, and I'll usually strain the milk off before I make a batch of milk kefir with them. Okay, I dump these guys in here. Try and get all the little ones out. We don't want to waste them. The small kefir grains pack a big punch. They're tiny, but they are powerful. And now, in here I can see that there's a lot of kefir grains that have stuck in there. So my trick for getting those is I pour some milk in here. And right in here. I've also got kefir grains on the side. Try and get off. Okay, looks like everybody's out. Okay. Now I'm gonna add a little more milk. I'm not, like I said, this is goat milk, and I usually do smaller batches with this, and I will even, I will start out with about this much milk. And by tomorrow evening, this will actually begin to start separating where I can see quite a bit of whey in the bottom. I'll just add more milk to it, and I just keep doing that, and it really helps my kefir grains flourish and grow and multiply, and that way I can take my grains and I can share them with other people so they can make kefir as well. So I have my milk in here. I'm going to put this in my cultured foods cabinet and let it go until tomorrow night, and I will add about the same amount of milk to that tomorrow night. And I have a lot of kefir grains in there. I would say that there's over half a cup. Some people are working with like just a teaspoon, and if you've only got that much, then you're gonna be using a lot less milk. So depending on how many kefir grains you have will depend on how much milk you need to use. I don't go by exact science. I just kind of make an estimate and go with that. Okay, so that's ready to go. Put my milk back in the refrigerator. We first learned about milk kefir about 12 years ago. I was pregnant with my first daughter, and we got raw milk from an Amish family that we know. We actually we had a herd share with them, and we learned that they actually use milk kefir to make their cheese. So we became interested, and they actually shared some of their milk kefir grains with us. So we began making our own milk kefir, and I noticed a lot of health benefits. I've struggled with some different sugar addictions and health issues, and it has really helped with my energy and curb those cravings. It's got over 50 different strains of probiotics in it. So it is the culture that packs the biggest punch. So our history with milk kefir has been a 12-year journey ever since we started drinking it. We haven't really stopped. We have had times where we've drank it a lot more than others, but I typically try to get it in my diet every single day. So my kids, I'm able to get it into smoothies for my kids. We'll make like creamsicles, where I'll do like strawberries mixed with kefir and some heavy cream with a little bit of stevia, and they're pretty yummy. The kids all really like it. My husband, I'll just make him a smoothie with like strawberries and bananas. You can use like 1 cup kefir, 1 banana, and like half a cup of strawberries. Blend that up, and it's quite delicious. So those are some of the ways that we consume it. I also make our cheese with kefir as a culture in there. So I will put milk kefir, not the kefir grains. I'll actually put milk kefir in the milk for a couple hours before I add the rennet and make the cheese. So milk kefir has a fascinating history. I won't go too deep into that, but it goes back possibly thousands of years. There's not a whole lot of firm history going that far back, but we do know that it is something that cannot be recreated in the lab. Scientists have tried to recreate it, and they can't. It is, it's amazing. I mean, scientists can make all kinds of things, but they cannot reproduce kefir grains. So I think I said before that it contains over 50 different strains of probiotics, which are your good bacteria and yeast. And probiotics eat prebiotics. So when you drink milk kefir, it's really good if you also consume some prebiotics with that, like fresh vegetables have a lot of prebiotics in them and fiber, and that feeds your good bacteria in your gut. Milk kefir is very nourishing to your digestive tract, which that is where health starts. So if your microbiome is unhealthy, then the rest of your body is going to be unhealthy as well. So milk kefir really helps balance your microbiome and get it back on track and mend it. Milk kefir supports cardiovascular health. It improves glucose sensitivity. It's good for your lungs. It's really good for your whole body. So we are very appreciative of it, and we would like to share this amazing sacred culture beverage with the world around us, as the world around us has shared it with us. So I will have some more videos on this later. I just wanted to show you the basics of how to make it, how to care for it, and how to use it, and why to drink it. So we thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy this, and we hope you find some kefir grains so you too can start making your own milk kefir in your home. Thanks for watching.